All right, so what happened was, and what I was getting from that, Sagittarius, is that maybe it's a situation where the person that has harmed or does harm, they may forget what they did or something was forgotten. The person that is being afflicted from the harm, they don't ever forget what happened to them, what the acts basically did. Okay. And I was kind of comparing this to what I pulled this card. It says tripe, and tripe is basically a meat. I don't eat the meat. Like, I never tried that. It's the lining of a cow's stomach, and it kind of looks like, um I don't know how to describe it. It's it looks like a poppet, basically, like a poppet, or it looks like a bee, a honey. When you think about it, it looks like a honeybee honeybee clover, right? The honeybee where the bees go to make the honey, like the nest. It looks like that. That's what this meat looks like, which is the cow's stomach. All right. Sagittarius. So that's very interesting. I'm like, what does this look like? But it also looks like a shedding of skin. Like, maybe if something was shedding skin, it would look like this. And what had connected me also to reptiles, which is reptilians, and also connected to the what do you call them? Inflames and flamems. Basically, they're frogs, right? Frogs, um, chameleons, things like that, and reptilians. But see, the amphibilians, basically, or whatever, they can be in water and they can also be on land. So they be in both. Okay. And what else I learned? Both of them have three chambers, because I had saw three chambers right here. Was thinking was, oh, okay, three chambers. I heard that before. And I'm coming up with like, oh, okay, wow, boom, that is Harry Potter, right? Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. But I was like, okay, well then what has three chambers? So I type in three chambers, and three chambers pops up as, the three chambers, the atrium, um, the other thing, and the something. Hold on. The the anterior chamber, the posterior chamber, and the vitalis chamber. Now, some of us, maybe in school, we had dissected a frog, okay, or dissected something that basically had three chambers. I don't know if you guys have before or not. I believe I did. I believe I dissected a frog. I believe, but I'm not really sure. Okay, this was in nursing school, like when I went to school for nursing and learning about biology and things like that. But what I was saying was like, when I go to school or when I went to school, like, I learned it and that was that. Nothing left with me. Like, when we talk about locking in, you know what I'm saying? Lock in that memory, right? Nothing I locked in nothing. You know what I'm saying? I locked in the basic knowledge, but the knowledge of, science and the biology chart and freaking things that you should know, like how to grow plants. I don't know nothing. Like, I don't know anything. Like, I don't remember none of that stuff. So, all this stuff that I feel like I'm learning now, when I do messages, is like I never even heard it before. Like, I didn't know. Like, maybe I heard it once, but yeah, so that's no here nor there. So basically, we learned that um, humans do have four chambers in their heart, but animals, reptilians, cold-blooded things only have three, and they also get oxygen from their skin. So okay, that is amazing. So they're not getting oxygen from oxygen. right? They're getting oxygen from their skin. So that is definitely amazing. I wonder how do they pump oxygen from their skin? Amphibians. That's what their name is. It's called a cutaninos. A cutaninos involves the absorption of oxygen through the skin and into the bloodstream. The skin of amphibians is thin, highly um, vac- vascularized, and permeable to gases. Uh, permeable to gases, allowing for efficient gas exchange. The process is practically effective when the skin is moist. This as this filtrates the diffusion of gases, the skin also secretes mucus to keep itself moist, which is essential for the gas exchange process. So basically they are exchanging. This is deep. Like I'm trying, but this is deep. So let's look up what does permeable to gases mean. And then I said we need to watch Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and then somehow I connected with um the little Hobbit thing. I know yesterday I was saying that I got the Hobbit, and it was like my precious, my precious. And I'm like, ain't the person that's saying my precious is the same one that was in Harry Potter trying to warn Harry about what's going on at basically Hogwarts and trying to prevent him to not, well, convince him to not go back. So was he trying to convince him for a good reason or a bad reason? I really don't know because I watched this stuff a long, 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 long time ago. Um, so yeah. What's this Hobbit person name again? Let me see. Dobie. Okay, Dobie. Dobie. Ow. Ow. Okay, Dobie is a good character. Dobie is primarily portrayed as a good character. He is a house elf who serves the Malfoy family and is subjected to abuse. Oh, he's subjected to. However, he goes to great lengths to protect Harry Potter, warning him about dangers of returning to Hogwarts and attempting to prevent him from doing so. Dobby's actions are driven by his loyalty and concern for Harry's safety, and he believes that Harry's return could thought Lucas Malfoy's sinister plans. I don't know what that word is. Um, Unfortunately, Dobby's adversary is Arsene. I said unfortunately. Okay, it says ultimately, Dobby's efforts to protect Harry are seen as heroic, and his sacrifice at the end of the book is poignant reminder of the lengths house elves go to in their quest for freedom and protection. So what happened to Dobby at the end? All right. So me sometimes how I'm always feeling about some of these stories is like the roles are reversed in some type of way. Just like you know how Tara will be like, "Oh, the roles can be reversed." Like, what if the roles were reversed? Like the characteristics were reversed. Even though I know it may not be like that, but like I don't know, Joby. Like, I don't know. Because I respect the author. So that's the main thing. I respect the author of the book and their views and things like that. So I'm just saying, what if things were like, and like, what if they were different? What if another, because I was just like, okay, why is this elf here trying to prevent Harry from going back when that is what Harry's supposed to be doing. So who is the Malfoy family? Who is that? Let's see. Okay, so the Malfoy family is the snakes. So basically, we're saying that Dobby, who serves the Malfoy family, which is Harry Potter's ultimate rival, is the person that comes to Harry and tries to convince him not to come back or not to save Hogwarts. I don't know. To me, I would be looking at Dobby like he kind of suspicious. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about nobody else, but I would be looking at Dobby like, you know, not saying that, but like I said, I don't remember the movie like that. I don't remember what happens to Dobby at the end. I don't remember his sacrifice. But then again, sometimes people sacrifice certain things simply to make things right when they know that they was wrong. Like just because I was wrong, or whatever, to make things right, this is what I'll do, you know. But I don't know if this is the case for this character Dobby, but to me, sometimes people don't want other people to leave so they could go back and be great because at the end of the day, everybody knew who Harry Potter was except for Harry Potter. So, and maybe Dobie even knew that, to get to have the red team, I don't even know what you call it, Gryffindor. See, I don't know nothing about this stuff. Okay, to have Gryffindor be successful, they needed Harry Potter, right? So maybe that was a whole plot and a whole plan at the end of the day to have Dobby come and distract Harry Potter and maybe scare him, right? Fear tactics to scare him, like, no, Harry, you don't need to go, right? But when you got friends, I'm hearing you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. But when you got friends, right? Like Ronald Weasley and his family and Armani, right? When you have those type of friends, they're gonna come and get you. They're gonna come pick you up, right? They gonna pull up, right? And that's what happened before Dobby could, totally convince Harry Potter to not go back. His friends already had pulled up, like, look, we gone. You know what I'm saying? This is what we finna do. This is what has to be done. This is what's going on, right? So, that's just interesting. Sagittarius. I know I'll be supposed to be talking about Sagittarius. I'll be going just on and on, but you'll be amazed where all this just leads to. Even though they say, "Oh yeah, it leads down a rabbit hole," it probably do, but then it has some connections, and then you come to like a pit stop. It's like a maze, right? Like literally like a maze where you go, and then some doors and ways you go down, uh, they are amazing, and some you go down, you get stuck, you gotta go back and go through another door or like another pathway to get to the end, right? And I hope and pray whatever end that these mazes be going down that you fucking get something. Right? It is funny that you go down a fucking day and you get nothing. Yay, you out of the maze. Well, hey, how long you depending on how long you've been in the maze, you probably just be happy to get up out that motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Literally. So, yeah. Alrighty. So, let's see. Alright, we got Tripe. We talked about Harry Potter. We talked about the chambers. We talking about the three chambers, about reptilians and about amphimilians. And, yeah. And basically how they produce oxygen through their skin. So, what I was going to look up was the permeable to gas. Okay, so what is permeable? I ain't perfect now. So I have to. I wonder what did. Let's look up what happened to Adobe as well, really quick, because I'm looking at Adobe. What happened to Adobe? Mm, he looks so sad. It says Dobie, the beloved house, was free from all servient, lived a life of dignity, and ultimately sacrificed himself to say, "Oh my God, I am so sorry." So I'm so sorry about what I said about Dobie. Okay, so that's not this plot. See, I'm always thinking negative, but shit, you know, when some when some things has happened in your life, you know what I'm saying? Oh man. Okay, so that's so sad. Dobie was initially a house slave to the Malfoy family, where he endured cruel treatment. His desire for freedom led him to warn Harry Potter about dangers at Hogwarts. In a pivotal moment in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry tricks Lucius Malfoy into giving Dobie a sock, which symbolizes his freedom. Oh, my honey bunny. Oh, life after freedom. After gaining his freedom, Dobie struggled to find work, but eventually secured a position in the kitchens at Hogwarts, where he was treated with respect and dignity. He took pride in his work and formed friendships with Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Dobie's character evolved from a subservient elf to a brave and loyal friend. See, yeah, so I was right about the part where, even though you do bad, you can turn to something good. Just because you did bad doesn't mean that you can't turn good, or just because you are involved with bad people, that don't mean that you ain't a good person, that you could change your life and turn it around. All right. So that might be something major that like to think about, when you meet people, right? And just because they have a record or just because they did something bad in their life and they made mistakes doesn't make them a permanent bad person. It just made them who they are today. And that is somebody that has changed their life, right? It takes a lot for you to change your life. Like, we can talk about how, you know, oh, you want to change your life, you want to change your life, right? But to actively change your life and to be consistent with changing your life, that is hard. That is, people talk about, oh yeah, it's so easy, or make it look easy, but changing your life for the better or doing something better with your life after you've been tied to things that you're normally used to, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's like the most challenging thing that you could ever face. So, man, Sagittarius, if this is y'all and y'all have changed something about yourselves and y'all went from bad to good, right? Man, give yourself props. And also, I give you props because it takes a lot to not turn back to the person that you once used to be. Okay? So, yeah, Dobie. Um, okay, so Dobie's character evolved from a subservient elf to a brave and loyal friend, often assisting Harry in various challenges throughout the series. Tragic death. Dobie's life came to a tragic end in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hollows. Okay, so at least he didn't die in the Chamber of Secrets. So we're just now getting into Dobie and who he is, with this just being the second series, okay? So he died a little bit later on, but Dobie's tragic death. So he got a chance to be with Harry Potter, hang with Harry Potter, be with the friends, be at Hogwarts, and be an impact. He got to change his name. He got to become free. He got to at least live a little bit of life before he died. And you know what I'm saying? That's what I was just talking about. After you get out of the maze or after you get out of some type of entrapment, right? The best thing that you can hope and pray for is that you will be able to enjoy some type of happiness, some type of life, something, right, that is worthwhile, and that you don't have to be in fight or flight mode. You know what I'm saying? That you could just experience just solitude for a little while. That's beautiful. Okay, so it says, um, during a rescue mission at Malfoy's Manor, he was fatally wounded by Bellatrix, um, Lestrange's knife, while helping Harry and others escape. His last words were a heartfelt expression of happiness to be with his friends, Harry Potter. Aww. Dobie's death deeply affected Harry and served as a poignant reminder of the stakes in the battle against Voldemort. Um, um, Harry Potter honored Dobie by giving him a proper burial at Shell Cottage, marking his grave with the inscription, "Here lies Dobie, a free elf." This moment underscored the bond between Harry and Dobie, highlighting themes of friendship, sacrifice, and the value of every life. Dobie remains one of the most beloved characters in the series, symbolizing bravery and the quest for freedom. That was so, so beautiful. Dobie died in Harry's arms. Oh, this is so sad. Like, oh my God. No. Oh, Dobie. All right, y'all. Let's get out of the sadness. He's very honorable. Very honorable man. You get your stripes, okay? So, yeah. Um, the axe forgets while the tree remembers. Okay. So, um, yeah. What does permeable mean? Permeable, allowing liquids or gases to pass through it. Oh God, that would fucking suck. I just thought about something in my head. I'm like, oh my God, that would fucking suck. So sorry for the cursing. But yeah. Okay, so you have pores. So they have pores on their skin that permit liquids or gases to pass through. That's crazy. I did not know this. So, in exchange, it's an exchange. Hmm, that's deep. All right. Oh God. Here we go. And amphibians, most reptiles, excluding crocodiles. So reptiles, except for crocodiles, have three chamber heart consisting of two arterias and one ventricle. Okay, so most, I see. Now I understand what somebody is saying. You know, when you get that aha moment after you see something online, you don't you think like, oh, that's nothing, and then you realize like, oh, that's what they talking about. Oh, that's the inside joke. Oh yeah, that's the inside joke. Right. Thanks. All right. Now, reptiles as well have three chambered hearts. Okay. Most reptiles, such as lizards and snakes. Where would a snake heart be? Isn't that a good question? Where is a snake heart at? A snake's heart is typically located in the interior third of its body, about one quarter to one third of the way down from the head, often slightly to the left side. Have y'all ever seen somebody like dissect a snake and pull out their heart? But they said tree climbing snakes usually have their hearts closer to the head. Ground dwelling snakes tend to have their heart further to the back. Larger snakes, such as boas, the heart may also be positioned closer to the head to effectively circulate blood over long distances. Wow. Snake's heart kind of look like this, a fucking cow skin. It looks like a why do all this here looks like a hive? Like it's just weird to me. I guess it's just the chambers, like the little indentions. I don't know. And it looks like one of them looks like an orange. Let me see. Cause I know they got a picture. I'm only just doing this Sagittarius. I mean, y'all are the sages, right? The people that, higher knowledge, higher. So hopefully we getting high. Oh, that's so funny. Um, I don't know, because I want to see a real snake's heart in a picture, not in real life. You gotta say that. Oh God. Certain things you say all the time be manifesting. It'd be right in front of your face, like on the ground or something. Like, no, I did not ask for that. I meant a picture. That's all. So I don't see one, but that's just interesting because I never thought about it. I'm like, everybody always want to kill the snake, um, chop its head off. But I'm like, what happened to its heart? So that's just something interesting. All right, so it's something about the heart here, but mainly what we're talking about is the three chambers. Okay. It might be something important about the third chamber. Let's see, what does the third chamber do? Mom, are you still on? Mm-hmm. Let's see, what does the third chamber do? Okay, so the third chamber, which is called the ventricle, or whatever, that pumps blood to the body. So that is very important, right? But I believe that all of them is important. Okay, Sagittarius. So it's something about the tree. Once again, the proverb is the axe forgets, and The tree remembers. So, hey, stop. No. And then, it's something just like a person that, maybe not care about the effects of other people. It's like, because it's their job. You know what I'm saying? Where it's somebody that's like, look, this is my job, right? This is what I do, you know? And just like with the Dobby and Harry Potter situation, right? Like maybe Dobby was a a elf, a mischievous elf to this bad family, and you know, and he just always did his job. He never looked at it as, oh, I'm hurting people, oh, I'm hurting people, until you maybe realize I am hurting people, you know. Maybe it take that one person or that one experience to realize, like, oh, I am hurting people. And the people I've hurt, they'll never forget it. But me, when I was doing my job, I was just looking at it as, oh, it's just a job. Oh, I'm just doing it. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like when we do wrong, right? And we're just doing wrong, but we're not thinking about, oh, man, we're not thinking about the consequences on the other, who it's affecting, who it's affecting. And that's deep. That's really deep. But I'm so happy that Dobie got to make amends, and Dobie got to prove himself, and Dobie got to be in an environment where they didn't look at him for who he was in the past, or what family he was connected to. They looked at him like he was a friend. Like I said, you got a friend in me, you know? So I'm happy about that. So that might be a message for y'all, Sagittarius. That might be something to think about. And we learned something today. Okay, we learned a couple things. So I think that's it. Peace.